Hi, Leos. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a collective timeless love reading for my Leos, and any cross watchers always welcome. Let's see what Spirit has for you for love today. Any loving messages Spirit wants to share with me. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's new. If you were newly guided here, I'm very grateful. Let's call in our Spirit guide. Spirit, please share with me any loving messages for my Leos. What is it that you want me to know? What is it that you need me to hear today? I am listening for you now. Let's see what we have. I've been pulling out all my fall cards. I'm really excited. The Chimera. Imagination clouds your judgment. I don't know. I mean, maybe yes, we don't want to live in a head of fantasy, but imagination spurs also creativity and gets us outside of our box, and it energizes us. So I would encourage you to tap into your imagination. Like, where are we going? What's our future? Where are we headed? You know, so sometimes when we meet that first person, we have that tendency to fantasize and daydream. So maybe Spirit doesn't want us to be delusional. He wants us to keep it real as much as we can. But we also want to have a little bit of that foresight of, I could see myself with this person, something like that. I have the Shield. You are safe from harm. Okay, so the spirit world is protecting you, and they want you to know that maybe whoever's being put in front of you right now is not hurtful energy, something like that. I have the Griffin, honor and good luck. I want good luck. I'll take that. I have an Earth sign. I have a Capricorn, a Virgo, a Taurus. Utilize logic, reason, and common sense. Okay, so somebody coming into your life that is more grounded, and maybe they just have a great head on their shoulders. Maybe they think things through, maybe you admire them for that. The person who is really good at solving problems. Those are always good to have around, the person who can solve problems. I have Medusa, jealousy leads to downfall. So is this person jealous? Does this person have a jealous streak? Let's get another one. I have the Raven, darkness looms on the horizon. So there's fear, a little bit of a fear energy happening here of, if this jealousy keeps rearing its ugly head, this isn't good, So if you have somebody that's extremely jealous and it's leading towards control, like, I don't want you to be with your friends, I don't want you to talk to that person, like, who are you to tell me who I can talk to and who I can? I mean, outside of, that you're cheating on them with, some kind of emotional relationship with somebody. But jealousy can definitely be something that can push people to do things that are crazy. So we want to be careful with that. I have fire signs. Here you are. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Reckless actions lead to conflict. So you could have, it's coming into me as hot-headed, that somebody is hot-headed, and maybe we're trying to deal with that. Okay. I'd like to think everybody is kind. Everybody is calm, but that's not the truth. You could have somebody that has a lot of stress or has a tendency to just blow off steam, and it's not directed at you. It could be that they're just ranting. They could have, the road rage guy, so they could just be somebody that's a little bit hot-headed, and you're trying to figure out, like, is this person hurtful, or would this person ever be hurtful, or are they just hot-headed about life? Okay, something like that. Let's keep going with this. Let's see what we have. This is a new deck in my collection before I start. It's called the Tarot, Halloween Tarot. This is the back of the deck. It's beautiful. It's like this velvety, embossed, cardstock. It's gorgeous. Has a beautiful black edge. It's a little bit oversized, but the images are gorgeous. And I believe it's a brand new deck on the market. I did get it on Amazon. So for those of you that are going to comment below saying, I love that deck, what is it? That's the info. All right, so let's see. This one's jumping out. We'll get this jumper. I have an 8 of Swords. Let's see where we're headed. I have a 2 of Wands. I love that card. I have a Lover's card. And I have a 10 of Swords. All right. So the first thing that came into me was this feeling of, I want to make sure I'm not heading into a relation. First of all, I want to say the relationship feels great. Okay. I do want to say that. I have this Lover's card. I have this 2 of Wands. I'm seeing a future with this person. I have feelings with this person. And at the same time, I have this feeling of, am I ready to really let go of the fear? And it could be, just like I said, a personality trait of this person. This person has a temper. This person is hot-headed. This person has a tendency to get riled up very quickly. Okay, they get exasperated, something like that. So you're wondering, you know, should I really open up to this person? Can I really be myself with this person? Or am I going to be worried about walking on eggshells? Am I going to be worried about that I say that and do the wrong thing and this person, you know, gets upset? And I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like they take out their aggression or their personality, energy. I don't know how to describe it. You know, just out like into the midair. Okay. It's the person who gets stuck in traffic and just, instead of calm and patient, they're just like, oh my God, you know, like they're just overwhelmed with the stuck in the traffic. Okay. Somebody else would handle it better. So this person, you need to calm. Maybe you're a calming force, Spirit just said to me. Now, Leos have a tendency to be, I'm a Leo. And Leos, I feel like, always have two sides to them. I feel like you are a very calming energy because you're very confident. And then there's this sense of, but you're also very excitable. You know, you get excited about things. You have a lot of energy. You're a fire sign, you know. So it is a feeling of maybe the calming side of you is really good for this person. Okay, this person, like, you can put this person in their place and you just say, just cool it. Okay, just cool it, calm down. It's not that big of a deal. And maybe they need a Leo. Maybe they need a Leo in their life, somebody to stand up to this kind of strong energy. Okay, so maybe that's why they're with you, is that you can handle them in a sense. But look at where you're headed. I love this card. This is like one of my new favorite cards. I have a lot of favorite cards. This is the 2 of Wands, but this little witch has a little map and it's a maze. And then here's the 2 Wands. And you can see she's like making a plan for her future. Like, how am I going to get through this maze? How am I going to get to where I'm going? How am I going to get there? And that's such a great 2 of Wands, because the 2 of Wands is, I guess, forecasting. By the time we get to a 3 of Wands, it's a plan of action and it's moving forward. But I like how she's preparing, and I like how she's thinking things through, and she's not like running through that maze aimlessly and got lost. She is putting like thoughts together before she tackles that maze. Okay. So I really, really like that. And then I love this Lover's card, of course, Spirit sharing with me that, you know, we do make, and you know, it's funny, these trees, this one looks kind of grumpy to me. It's kind of funny. Like, this one's smiling and this one looks like it's grumpy. Let's get a close up of that. So maybe you're really good for this person. See, like the grumpy face, it's like one is kind of grumpy. I think that you're in this person's life because you can stand up to them. You can, you know, it's a, you've met your match energy. Okay. That's how I've doing it. And Spirit has somebody for everybody. Okay. And this is the person who needs to be told, cool it, calm down. You know what? You're overreacting. You know what? We're going to be fine. The light's going to change, right? So there's something about the Leo energy that this person needs. And that's why Spirit put them in front of you. So I'm really, really liking that. I'm really liking how even just they're picking up on, you know, what your best qualities are. Okay. And one of your best qualities are that you're going to stand up to this person. That's absolute. I have a Hierophant. Beautiful. I have a 9 of Swords. And I have a 3 of Cups coming out in a star at the same time. Beautiful. So I want to override the fear. Let's go with this 9 of Swords for a second. It's almost as if she's woken up in the middle of the night and she's had a bad dream. And the dream could be, you know, what have I gotten myself into? Or where do I go from here? But it's a dream. It's not real. It's a worry. It's a fear. And this Hierophant kind of comes in and says to me, we got you. We got you. Everything's going to be okay. All right. These two cards coming out at the same time are beautiful because it's this beautiful energy of a time to celebrate, this time to enjoy each other. A little bit of a time to party energy. So for those of you that want to party with your person, time to party. You know, this is a fun time. This is a good time, and very much a feeling of what you have wished for is here. Okay, you wished for this. I'm going to say it that way, and I got to tell you, I think if somebody gave you somebody that was weaker and gave you somebody that was like docile, I think you'd be bored. I really do. I think that Spirit gave you this person because they challenge you. Okay. And you can stand up to them. And it's kind of fun in that sense. Like, you're not going to bully me. You know, I can take you. You know, so there's something going on. I have a son. How gorgeous. Just a reminder that if you don't have this person in your life yet, all of my readings are, I guess the best way to say it is you can manifest the love that you want, and then, or you can confirm a love that's come into your life. Okay. If you're just finding me, you don't have to resonate with everything. You don't have to, connect to everything. Take the parts and pieces that work for you and are helping you today. And then just, let everybody else listen to the other stuff. But if you haven't found anybody, what did they just say? You wished for this. Okay. This is the person you've been manifesting. This is the person who's, what do they say? Like, there's a sock for every shoe, or there's a top for every kettle, like there's a million of those things. My husband always laughs at me because I always get those kinds of sayings wrong. But it is a feeling of there's somebody for everybody, and for some reason, like, you're perfect for this person. And even like the mother of this person is like, I never thought that I would see the day that a woman in their life or a man in their life would put them in their place. And like, I feel like it's just like a secret joke between you and their parents. Like, they just love you for that reason. So good for you, Leos. How fun are you? All right, let's see what else they have. I have a Mask, not showing their feelings. Okay. Hiding, pretending, but I don't feel like that with you. I don't. I feel like maybe they put a mask on for the rest of the world, like life is wonderful, life is perfect, and aren't I entertaining, and something like that. But I feel like with you, they truly are themselves. And that's where the power of your personality comes in. And Spirit says that, you know, they can be themselves with you. They don't have to hide with you. And I think that's why they're in love with you, because they feel that they're just themselves 100% all the time. It's like the good, bad, and ugly, and you still love them. You still want them in your life. You don't pick them apart and tell them to be somebody else. So I really feel like they appreciate you for that reason. Keys on a ring, many options. I don't think that they're with anybody else. I think that there could have been a lot of different partners in the past, or they've had other relationships in the past. But Spirit just said nothing like you. So don't worry about competition. Don't worry about, are they talking to anybody else? I'm not getting that. I think they're challenged by you. I think that you can hold your own with them. And I feel like they finally have that true person that stands up to them. And I think that they really, really like that about you. The Sword and the Rose, clarity, truth, power, force. So there is a sense of, I do feel this person's very strong. I felt that right from the beginning, that hot-headed, I'm going to say what I want. I'm going to do what I want. You're not going to tell me what to do energy. For lack of better terms, you know, an alpha male energy. But it is a sense of, but I respect you and I'm not going to treat you that way, you know, and I just push it out to the universe because I got to release it somehow. You know, somebody who has to work out because they've got to release this energy. Somebody who, you know, is a runner or they lift weights, something like that, because they've got to get this extra energy out of their body somehow. A healing heart, healing from a heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships. The calm side of you is probably the reason why they're with you, is because they are saying, you're not toxic, okay? That for the first time, I don't have somebody hanging on me or somebody demanding more of me. And maybe they talk about their past that way, that I was expected to take care of myself and them all the time. They didn't do anything for themselves, something like that. So you're independent, you're strong, you're courageous, you can do it all. So they know that they don't have to be codependent. They're not codependent with you. And I think that that's a big part of this. A healing energy, you're helping me to heal. Maybe you saying, hey, slow down. They're going, yeah, okay, I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to count to 10. And they're learning how to react in situations better. Something like that. Look for the signs and the synchronicities. You could have a lot in common with this person. How beautiful. The universe is sending you messages. What messages, Spirit? They're saying that you have just like odd things that you like. It's more not just like big things. It's like weird little things, like the person who orders pizza with black olives on it, you know, and you're like, ew. And they're like, I love black olives, you know. The person who puts ketchup on their hot dog instead of mustard, and you both do. Like, you guys do a lot of the same things, but they're things that like other people think are weird. And maybe you guys have things like that in common, but it's kind of cute that, like, what are the chances I'm going to find somebody who, you know, likes the same things that I like, eats the same way I eat. Yeah, I just thought of one. The person who, instead of dipping their French fries in ketchup, dips their French fries in gravy. Like, ew, I would never have done that in a million years, but you guys both order your French fries that way. Can I have gravy on the side? It's like, what? You know, so I think that you guys have these really cute, what you have in common is really cute. And I've always had a secret crush on you. Part of me feels like I had a crush on you long before this even started. that I had a crush on you in high school. I had a crush at you, this as soon as I started work, however you've met. But I feel like I've had feelings for you for a long time. And maybe now is just the best time in our lives that we're actually together. Something like that. A mystery. Confusing. I like the mask again, because we talked about the mask already, that you can't hide from me is really how it's coming into me. You could pretend that you're hiding, but I know you better than anybody. And that's the stage or the level that you guys are going to get to. I know you better than anybody. You can't get away with anything with this person, and vice versa. I have a temperance. There's the calming energy you're bringing into their life. I love that. 7 of Wands. That just came into me as this person won't give up on you. Okay. That even if you see them as, I got to deal with their, all this kind of extra energy they have, that they, at the end of the day, they won't give up on you. Okay. And it is very loyal to me, and they won't walk away. Spirit just said, okay. They're not a throw in the towel or this isn't working, I'm going to find something better. They're very loyal. They're very committed to the us. And I really appreciate that, Spirit. Thank you. I have a Queen of Wands. Very attracted to you. You turn them on. You make them laugh, Spirit just said. We have a lot of fun together. I have a 4 of Swords. That came into me as I'm learning to heal. I'm learning to be a better person. I'm learning to be a better partner. I'm learning to be a better human. I think we all are. So that's okay. And I have an Ace of Wands. I can't deny this is how this is coming into me. And I like that the cat is winking at me, because that came into me as we have a secret language that what I mean by that is I can look across a room at a party at you, and just by looking at me that it's time to go. I don't even have to say anything. I don't have to do anything. I just have to look at you a certain way and you can read my mind. So I loved how that came into me, because that told me that this connection is very on all levels, right? It's that unspoken language. It's that telepathic connection. It's that I just can feel you in my soul energy. So that was really fun. Thank you, Spirit, for that. What do they want to say? Everything you've ever said to me, I've taken to heart. So they're listening when you put them in their place, or you say, don't do that. That's crazy. Like, stop. They are listening. I feel like it's almost like when my kids were little and I would just look at my son, Bobby was very active. And we had the timeout chair in the corner, and I would just look at him, and he'd look at the chair, and he'd just run over to the chair because he knew I was like done, and he'd just sit there and wait. I just had to look at him, and but that's how it feels. It's like this person is getting it. This person is starting to understand like what you are willing to tolerate and what you're not, what your boundaries are and what they're not. So do you have to put your person in timeout sometimes? Maybe. But it's, you guys are figuring it out, and there's a lot of love here. I feel like I've been missing you my whole life. You're my lost paradise. This person's not going to give up on you. I love that. They won't give up on this connection, and they won't walk away. Okay. They're the person that is going to hang in there to the end. You're going to have to leave them if you ever wanted this to end. And they just will, want to do whatever it takes to keep this going and keep you happy. My entire being and body is attracted to you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like they can't take their eyes off of you. I feel like they've had a crush on you, or they had feelings for you way even before we even started dating, something like that. So I feel like it's a big deal, like that we're actually together. So there's something going on there. You leave me breathless and without words. I'm going to put that into the when we make love. I'm going to say when we make love, it's a little bit of like, wow, my head is spinning. Something like that. You blow me away would be another way to say it. I've never felt this way about anybody. I've never been this into anybody the way as I'm into you. So that's nice. That's good. I think this is a great connection, and I love what Spirit has shared with me so far, that the way that Spirit just said it to me was you need each other. Okay. Not in a needing, like I have to have you or I'm going to die. You need each other for the best qualities in each other. Okay. That you complement each other, or you somehow are balancing each other. You are meant for each other, Spirit just said. So it just is really that kind of juggling thing that happens with personalities that's working. And I think it's great. Beautiful reading. Let's see any timeline around this. What do we have today? Give it time. It's in the works. I'm going to say we're working on it. Okay. I'm going to say it that way, that we are constantly making it work. Next full moon, a couple of numbers, number 1, number 48. I have today, if this hasn't arrived in your life, is today the day? Okay. Sign me up. And I have time will bring a surprise. I think it's a great connection. I think that it's two very strong personalities, quite frankly, that are trying to not overtake the other, and trying to find that kind of magical balance between two very strong personalities is how it's coming into me today. But it's working. It's great. And I love this whole feeling of, you wished for this and here it is, or this is who you manifested, and Spirit's put the perfect person in front of you. You've met your perfect match is really what it's all about. We're going to put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to my channel, I'm so grateful that you're here. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for your comments and your kind words, everybody. If anybody would like to book a private reading with me, check out my website at KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. And in the meantime, we'll see you guys all again in another Love Messages real soon.